What's going on, everybody? Weston Hodkiewicz here at PackersNews.com, joined alongside Pete Dougherty, our draft expert. Today we're looking at the defensive line, Pete. I think about a month ago, 2 months ago, you could have said the Packers were in real desperate need for defensive linemen. They've kind of solved that a little bit during free agency, but you still have to see some pretty good options on the board. I know Rashid Hageman would possess kind of a body type they haven't had in that 3-4 defense. Stephon Tuitt, also Louis Nix from Notre Dame. Two guys also could help them. Where do you kind of see that shaking out?
You know, it's interesting. They did one-year deals with Raji and Guyon, and Peppers could end up being a one-year deal. So while it's not an acute need for this year, defensive line could be a need next year. So I don't think you can totally dismiss the possibility of them taking one late in the first, or if Thompson trades back a few spots, taking one even later in the first or early second. That said, I don't think it's real likely. The three guys you mentioned are all later one, early two kind of guys, and I think there's enough warts on all of them, and the Packers have enough needs elsewhere where they'll look elsewhere. Hageman is a big, really talented guy, like a Richard Seymour type talent, but I think there are big concerns about how hard he plays, whether he's going to give his all. There are plays where he gets knocked around the field, and the next play he breaks in the backfield and makes a tackle and looks like a great player, but the scouts just don't see that enough. They worry a lot about his motor. Nix is the best nose tackle in the draft, and he's a huge guy. You saw his personality at the combine.
Yeah, funny guy.
I'm not sure that some of the guys I talked to were so crazy about that personality and how that'll go over in the locker room. And Tuitt is a little more like Hageman, not as long, but a better power player.
All three are on the board for you personally. Who would you take? I know they're different body types, different type of players, different techniques, but who do you like the most?
I would be inclined to take Nix. I think those really big killers are hard to find, and they can eat up blockers. I think if a nose tackle in the 3-4, he's not a great rusher, but he can get some push in the middle of the pocket if you need to play him on nickel downs or on early downs. I would lean towards him.
Okay, not to put you on the spot, but say the Packers don't take one early. Is there anybody that intrigues you later in this draft that might be worth a look?
Yes, there's a guy from Arkansas State named Carruthers who's looking like a 4th to 6th round pick, and a couple of guys I talked to really liked him and thought this is a ready-made nose tackle. He's going to get drafted later than he should, and could be a guy to look for later in the draft.